Kyle from Scram Speed. Tonight we're making some hose after hours in the shop for our buddies Renault. It's a race car and he planned on running some Race-Rite hose from Fragola. This hose is somewhat new to us. We've only been carrying it for about a year now. It is a PTFE lined hose. As you can see, it has a PTFE liner inside of it. That's what makes it really nice. Super flexible, doesn't kink at all. It's resistant to any kind of E85, methanols, kerosene, anything like that. So it's good for the ethanol, which is what he's planning on running. It's about half the weight of our normal nylon hose, which makes it really desirable for race cars. It's a little costly, but it's worth it. It's a really nice product. You only have to have it made one time for the car. Doesn't have any kind of a service interval, so you don't ever have to change it back out. Tonight I'm going to go over how to crimp it and kind of the procedure that I do to get it all fitted in, so that way if you want to order it online, you can just call me and say, hey, I need the line in this size, and I can crimp it up and send it to you. So let's get started. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is cut the Race-Rite hose, and it does have a PTFE innard and also has a spring wrapped around it. So we have to cut it with something that's very sharp or very quick. You can't cut it with just a conventional style of hose cutters of any sorts, or else it won't get all the way through and then the cloth will tear. So what we do is we measure it out. The first measurement is 16.5 inches. So we're gonna measure it out, 16.5 inches. Right there, make a mark on it with a Sharpie. The next step is I'm gonna take cloth tape. That's what I like using, as opposed to normal style tape, but cloth tape's really nice. I'm gonna take it, I'm gonna wrap it around just one time, right in the middle of my mark, something like that. And then what I'm gonna use to cut this hose is a massive set of Klein shear cutters. This stuff works really good as long as you cut it fast. Get it nice and square to it. And in one swooping motion, cut it just like that. And that gives you a cut that is kind of smashed, right? So that's the cut you get. From there, I take a set of pliers and I simply just open it up slightly to make it a circle again. And in doing so, we'll make that wire exposed. The next step is to cut that wire off right at the corner, just like that. So now that you have the hose cut, you kind of want to make it a circle again. Right now it's a little bit curved over and it will hit when you try to put the fitting itself actually inside of the hose. So when you're trying to put, this is just like push lock as far as having a barbed end. When you're trying to put this inside of here though, right now it obviously doesn't work because it's smashed a little bit. To get it back round again, I like to use a punch with a little bit of oil on it. So just put a little bit of oil on the end of a punch. Just stick it tighter and give it a twist as you're putting it in. Turns it back to a circle again. Put the collar on. And then with the fitting and a vise attached somewhere firmly, in one motion, it just slides directly over like that. You push the collar up, screw it on by hand, screws on real nice. And from there, you're gonna push the hose up just a little bit farther. Just go just a tiny bit, just like that, and then you stop. And now your hose end is completely assembled. From there, we're ready for crimping. This is a crimping tool that you can purchase from Fragola. We have a crimp spec for this guy right here. For number 19 die, number 8 Race-Rite hose is 760 thousandths. And now we're gonna insert our fitting into our crimper. Die, like such. And you'll see here there is actually a little spot where my fingernail catches on. That is what goes against the top of the die. So insert it down until it hits that spot, right like that. And that is where it gets crimped at. Set the tool up. Okay, and now we're gonna crimp the fitting. Okay, and now we have a fully crimped collar on our Race-Rite hose end, or something like that. And just for good practice, we always double check our measurement for our crimp. Our spec was 760 thousandths, plus or minus 5 thousandths. Right there, right on the big end, but that's within spec. And that is pretty much the complete process of assembling a RaceRite hose end on our RaceRite hose. This is the non-pro hose. The pro hose is available as well. It's made for more of the high vacuum area, such as a dry sump or something like that. This is strictly for fuel line, any kind of fluid transfer on a race car. But it's super nice stuff, and it's ultra flexible and bendable. You really can't kink this stuff. Really nice product. If you got any more questions, feel free to comment down low or hit us up at scramspeed.com. Thank you.